beautiful people of the internet. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully great, and welcome to 6 things you shouldn't spend your platinum on. Now, one thing I do want to say is I enjoy making these types of videos. If you guys would like to see more in the future, let me know down in the comment section. Also, all the items I'm about to show you guys in this video don't necessarily mean that they're entirely bad. It's all based off of your current situation in game. It can be good or it can be bad. So before I continue with the video any further, let's quickly talk about our merch store. Some of you guys know I have a merch store. Guys, we're selling caps, hoodies, pants, and a whole bunch of other stuff. If you would like to support me or the channel any further, go and buy some merch, and remember to tag me on my personal Instagram account at OneManArmyYigit or at OneManArmyYigit_merch, and we'll definitely do some shoutouts. And remember to spot and kick the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road, shall we? Alright, so starting off at our number 1 spot, we have skins. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with skins. We all like to look fantastic in our game. However, getting skins when you just start the game for the first time is a bad idea, because one skin, or let's give you guys an example. So let's say you guys buy a skin for Oberon, right? That skin will cost you around 180 platinum plus minus. You can do a lot with 180 platinum. You can buy yourself some weapon slots, Warframe slots, Forma bundles, etc, etc, etc. Now I know if you guys are looking at my Warframe and you're like, this guy, biggest hypocrite ever, you know, he's got a prime Sayandano, who is he to tell us anything? Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are right. I've got no reason to tell you that skins are a bad idea. However, I have been playing this game for about 8 years, so I've got all the important stuff. I can literally blow my platinum on whatever I want. Any skins of any melee weapon, doesn't matter. But if you guys are new to Warframe, don't buy skins. Skins are for like later in the game, or as the popular phrase likes to say it, what was it? Fashion frame is endgame. So yeah, skins in the beginning are a bad idea. Skins are for like your end game, or you know, when you've got all the important things. Anyways, let's move on to our number 2 spot, and that is buying the newest prime excuse me, buying the newest prime on the initial release date. So let me give you guys an example. Gara Prime came out. It's a bad idea to buy Gara Prime on the first week because prices are inflated, and the reason behind this is because it's in high demand, there's limited supply, so of course, you know, you can see extremely high prices for brand new frames. Sometimes this is the case on their weapons, but also it depends on what weapon it is. So for instance, if it's the Piranha Prime when it first came out, that weapon set alone was going for like 100 plus platinum. But when it comes to prime Warframe sets, depending on the Warframe of choice, of course, it's going to cost you around 500 platinum. So my advice is to you guys, rather just wait about a month or two until the prime price, that's alliteration, until its price just, you know, plummets. Once that happens, you should go from 500 platinum to about 100, and therefore, you know, you can save yourself from wasting, you know, platinum. Anyways, moving on to our number 3 spot, we have Ribbons. Now let me tell you guys, I hate Ribbons because I've been playing this game for a long time, and let me just say, it's a huge waste of my time, it's a huge waste of platinum. The only purpose I see with Ribbons is to go and sell them for a popular new weapon. Also, that weapon has to have a higher disposition. Why I say Ribbons are a waste of platinum is because of this thing called the Ribbon Mafia. Now, who the Ribbon Mafia is basically, you'll have these guys, right, and what they'll do is, they'll go and get like the most, you know, a new ribbon for a brand new weapon that's extremely powerful. Now this brand new weapon will have like a high disposition. If you guys don't know, high disposition ribbons mean that your stats on that particular ribbon will be relatively high. And what they'll do is they'll roll the living daylights out of it until they get like basically the most perfect stats. Now when it comes to perfect stats, let me give you guys an example. So let's say the Rubico Prime, back in the day, it used to have like a much higher ribbon disposition. Now it's a ribbon disposition of 1. So let's assume that's got a ribbon disposition of 5. By it having a ribbon disposition of 5 and it being a popular weapon for Eidolon hunting, by the way, if you guys want to know how to do Eidolon hunting, link will be down in the description. And I'll suggest that video to you guys at the top right. So go ahead and take a look at it. But basically, because this weapon is so popular, what people will do is they'll roll crit chance, crit damage, and multi-shot with a a harmless negative, like minus damage to infested. Because infested are easily to kill and they're very weak, then you'll deal a lot of damage, and that negative won't do anything. But also, having a negative and 3 positives will boost up that negative. So now, what I mean by the Ribbon Mafia is, if you guys pay attention to the trade tab, you'll see some people selling ribbons between like 8 to 10,000, if not more. don't buy them, because making that much platinum is a huge waste of money and time. Now here's why you shouldn't buy them. Every 3 or 4 months or so, what's going to happen is DE is going to take a look at, hey, what is the most popular weapon that's been used among the community? And once they see that this weapon is popular, what they'll do is they will nerf the Riven disposition. Depending on its popularity will determine on how hectically the disposition will get hit. That's why the Rubico Prime used to be a 4 or a 5 and was dropped to a Riven disposition 1, because it was a very popular weapon among Eidolon hunting. It did the job, it is very good against Eidolons, so therefore the Riven disposition did drop. Don't buy this, because could you imagine spending 10,000 platinum on a Riven and then 3 months later D decides to take that Riven disposition and nerf it from a 5 to a 1. Now you've blown 10,000 platinum, and now you've got a weak Riven. So yeah, don't buy Rivens, especially if they're the ones that from the Riven Mafia that want like 10,000 platinum. Do not do this. Save yourself time and money. On our number 4 spot, we have rushing your items in your foundry. Now usually when you guys are playing Warframe and you decide to go and build a frame, what will happen is when you build a frame, it will take you about 3 days. And let's be honest, I don't want to wait, you don't want to wait. So when you guys want to rush, you're given the option of 50 platinum. Do not do this. Now I understand I do this a lot, but that's because I'd like to produce videos for you guys at a very timely manner. It makes my life easier, and you guys being happy makes me happy. So yeah, don't rush your stuff unless you can afford it, but I highly recommend just don't do it. You'll save everyone and yourself a lot of time and arguments. So anyways, on the number 5 spot is going to the market and buying yourself already built weapons. Now don't do this as well, because I know this is a video of don't do this, but hear me out. Excuse me. So basically what I mean by don't buy already built weapons is when you go to the market, right, these already built weapons are very, very expensive. Like I know they come with a slot already installed, or a what's that thing called, an Arcan reactor, but don't buy them, because as skins they're just as pricey as skins, and I mean it's just a waste of platinum. I think it's an actually even bigger waste of platinum, because not all the weapons in Warframe are like top tier. Some weapons are just like mastery frauder, so you shouldn't buy them. So could you imagine spending like 150 platinum to around 200 platinum on a weapon that's like terrible? Now example of a weapon that's terrible is weapons that shoot ridiculously fast, because you'll be playing a regular mission, and I know it's good fun to have a high fire rate weapon, but I do not like running out of where bullets during a mission. It's annoying, and weapons like that aren't really like reliable, just like a BMW. But anyways, don't do it. It's not worth it, especially if it is a mastery frauder weapon. And finally, on our number 6 spot is buying already built lens. Now this isn't necessarily too much of a waste of platinum, but you can go and farm this. What I recommend you guys do is go and get the blueprint until you can go and get yourself the Eidolon lens. It's just as effective, because the greatest lens in the entire game is the lure lens. Now trying to get the lure lens is a huge pain. So this is not necessarily too much of a bad thing, but you don't really need the lure lens. If you guys don't believe me, once again I've made a video on how to do focus farming in 2021 and beyond. Once again, links will be down in the description, and I'll suggest that video to you guys at the top right. So go ahead and take a look. So yeah, if you guys really want, go and buy a lure lens that costs you about 80 platinum or rebuild. Not too bad, but at the same time not really that worth it. If you just bring yourself a Sarin and then put on the Eidolon lens, then you'll be 100% golden. So up to you guys. Is the extra 40 platinum worth it? I don't know, but me personally, I don't think it's worth it. So yeah, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for today's video. If you guys liked the video or it's generally helped you, leave a like, and remember to spot and click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. I'ma make like a banana and split.